They have been stripped of their identity, so now they strip everybody else's identity, or they try to. Now, when it comes to being authentic, some people cannot do that. They don't know what that feels like. So, naturally or unconsciously, they try to make everybody feel confused too. But you are not like that. You don't get confused, and you try to empower people to be their authentic self. And you can also spot people who fake authenticity. You've already seen people who fake their authenticity, and you know what that looks like. It doesn't look like an authentic person, it looks like someone's putting on an act. And they try to strip others of their identity consistently because they don't know what that is. Today, you have a lot of people who will try to make themselves seem like someone to be emulated, because they may have a car, or they may put on lots of makeup, or they may be dressed in a particular way, or they might do their hair in a particular way. All of these things do not make a person authentic. Authenticity is a natural confidence that is exuded at the right time. It's not in your face, it's just subtle, and you can more often than not pick up on that subtle authenticity. But not a lot of people have that, so they try to strip that from you or from others. You realize that these type of individuals, they may feel better about themselves when they're able to do that to someone else. And you may have identified these people, and if you were able to, you have cut them out of your life. And if you haven't been able to, you are quietly planning your exit, or you are quietly planning how to move you and your people as far away from someone like that as possible. You believe in justice, but not justice in the conventional sense all the time. Justice as in the forces that balance nature out. They make justice happen outside of a courtroom. Now, where some of you might be living, the court system isn't very quick. And if you were to wait on the court system to put justice forward, these individuals might be dead by the time they're ready to see their day in court. So you realize that it's better. Some of you may have read it in the Bible. Some of you have gotten the wisdom from God that revenge or retaliation is His own. And if you have a relationship with God and you ask God like a child, which most of you have, God, what do I do about this? How do I balance the scales? And the response from God will be, revenge is mine. You don't have to do anything, because you realize God will take you up, protect you, and place you exactly where you're supposed to be doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. Many of you all have discovered your talents during COVID. Pre-COVID, you had no idea who you were. You may have had a hunch, you may have liked the gym, or you may have liked doing yoga, or whatever the case is. But during COVID, when you were forced to really sit down and look around and listen, you really got to understand who you are, why you are here. And for some of you, you even realize that COVID was the golden ticket, the golden opportunity. Most of you who discovered who you were during COVID, all the talents you have that were just waiting there, most of you realized that if it wasn't for COVID happening, you may have never discovered who you were, or you may have never returned to who you were supposed to be. So, a lot of people are going to want things to stay the same. They are going to want, whether consciously or unconsciously, to hold back progress. They are going to make things slow down. And some of you all are going to ask yourself, how do I speed this up? How do I eliminate these people from being potential blockades for what's to come? And a lot of you all have also realized that the hand of God is so swift that there is nothing that you can imagine to do that God will not do in the snap of a finger. Things that you never thought possible, completed, done. Your environment may have changed in such a way that the things that may have been impossible before are very, very possible now. And a lot of you have realized that this was inevitable. A lot of you can identify the people who would like things to slow down. A lot of you may be forced to work with these people. Just know, revenge is God's. Anyone, you all know this, anyone who stands in front of the progress that needs to be done here on earth, that is wanted by God, will perish. They will perish. They will get out of the way. They will be forced out of the way. And a lot of you will also realize that some of these people are doing this unconsciously. They don't know what's actually happening. But that is not for you to figure out. If someone is that unaware, then they are fair game for whatever comes to them. Because if you walked out into the street without looking left and right, is it the truck driver's fault for continuing along his path? If he's driving at 100 miles per hour, he can't stop for you or swerve for you. So think about it like that. If the force of nature is barreling down the road on a train and some blithering idiot decides to walk in front of the train, you cannot blame the train, and you can't blame the train conductor. A lot of y'all realize that everything is not as it would seem, or everything was not as it seemed before. Some of y'all have opened your eyes, and a lot of y'all are now seeing things for what they really are, without the rose tinted glasses or without someone else's belief in your head. You are now seeing it as a whole person. So don't ever let anybody distract you from the truth that you now see. Godspeed and bless. See you all in the next video. Whoever may watch this, just know you are where you are supposed to be. And as long as you maintain that connection, you will always know where to be and where not to be. Godspeed.